Here we go. Give people just a second to trickle in. We'll see if we got anybody joining us. As soon as we see some comments pop up, we'll know it's real.
Hello. Anyone out there? Yes.
There we go. Oh, very nice, CT. Little Utopia reference. All right, let me fire this off since we're seeing some names. Here we go. Oh, let's start from the beginning.
Oh, yeah. It's my favorite time.
In the cinematic sea of prequels, sequels, reboots, and reimaginings, the Movie Retakes podcast considers the merits and desires for Hollywood's new takes on our beloved movie classics. Brothers Matt and Chris Sully examine the latest retake franchises, pitch their own original retake visions, and share their love for the movies that made them. This is Big Sully.
And this is Matt Sully. Welcome, retakers, to a special Halloween and Saturday edition of Movie Retakes live. You're here live. It's actually happening right now. We really appreciate you stopping by. And we hope you're having a great Saturday evening. It's going to be even more fun now that we're going to get to talk about some scary movies.
I love that you went from Stripe to Jedi Master in just one quick super change. Nice mask, by the way. I'm a little jealous about that. I may need to pick one of those up.
Well, everything always comes back to Star Wars, doesn't it? That or the Simpsons.
Eventually.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, the Simpsons predict everything, and then eventually become Star Wars.
Yeah, that's right. So we have a lot we're going to talk about today, but it's going to be mostly about scary movies. We want to talk about stuff that we've seen before that's been remade over the years, the highs and lows of remakes, if you will. Talk a little bit about what's streaming available right now. So if you're looking for things to watch, which I know you are, because you want to be scared for this month, then we've got a few things that we can recommend for you. And then we'll do some trivia, of course, have some fun there, and everybody gets to answer some great horror movie trivia questions. But first, what are you watching?
I knew that was coming. I felt like it was just about to happen. Let's see. For me, I've gotten myself wrapped up in a rewatch of Stargate Universe. We had talked about it enough in some previous conversations with some friends that I just had to go back and do it. So I'm rewatching all of Stargate Universe. Finished The Boys finally. Season 2 of The Boys was fantastic. I loved the last episode. Mm-hmm. Utopia we talked about before. We already had a reference on it from our buddy Corey there, friend of the show, former guest. And that's a little reference to it. Supernatural, I'm getting caught up. I had left a few episodes. My mic keeps deciding to turn the gain down. Sorry, folks. I picked up on the last few episodes that aired before, and we're into the final stretch. I think the final 6 episodes all time after 15 seasons. Believe it or not, I've seen every single episode.
That's amazing.
And then they're doing the horror month on AMC with what's his face from Inglourious Bastards, the director.
Oh, Tarantino?
No. Eli Roth. No, not Eli Roth. What's his name?
Well,
anyway,
he is a director.
He is also a director, but he starred and was one of the guys, the Bear Jew in Inglourious Bastards. I'm totally blanking on his name. I'm sure somebody will get it here in a minute, but I've been watching a few horror movies, and I specifically watched The Final Destination for the first time in a long time, and I forgot how crazy some of those people died, so I got to live it all over again. Thank God for a short-term memory when it comes to watching movies.
Yeah, that was a pretty good movie. I remember enjoying that one. Yeah, that was pretty fun. We were talking about, so our last podcast episode, if you guys haven't heard it yet, is the Scream franchise. So you need to check that out. It's a great episode. My wife's on there as well. She's talking with Allie over there about Bly Manor. And That's one of the things I mentioned that is so great about Scream is that it's that's right, is that it's fun horror. Like you have a good time with it. You know, you kind of it's playful and it's a lot of fun to see who's going to get killed next. You know, yeah. So it's not just gore and disgust and jump scares and all that. It actually is a good time to watch. We finished Modern Family. That last season was on Netflix. Great show. They did a good job ending it. They didn't try and go like too epic or anything. It was really nice. We also watched I don't know if you guys are Schitt's Creek fans out there, but we love that show. Still highly recommend it to everybody. If you haven't checked it out, you need to before you, it's only gained in popularity. So I imagine it'll actually get syndication on a few different streaming services. But there's a documentary out on it now. I'm not gonna say it's an in-depth documentary. It's just kind of it's called Best Wishes, Warmest Regards, a Schitt's Creek Farewell. It's just kind of a nice revisitation to the people, you know, sharing some memories and kind of taking you back through the episodes. And that was really, really nice. It was good to see the characters again and actually get to see the real life actors portraying everybody and stuff and hear their story about how it started, you know, and getting the support and the continued support throughout. And it was strange. It was one of those shows where like it came out and nobody really talked about it. And it wasn't until like the third or fourth season that everybody kind of came around and and then you're like, oh, you watch that too? Cool. Yeah, you like those eyes in the background. It's pretty cool stuff back here. Yeah. Trying to be spooky, but that was a great documentary. The Great British Baking Show. We've been watching that, loving it. We had kind of abandoned it after they changed hosts. We were bitter for losing Mary Berry, but we've been watching the season after, and actually we really really like it. The new host is good, and the new all the new hosts. There's like a judge and two new hosts, and they're all brilliant. That would be a very British thing to say, huh? And then we watched Halloween H2O. So that was a nice one to revisit. That was a good one. That also is a lot of fun. The Crazies, we talked about that on the podcast, and we said we're going to watch it, so we just went and watched it with Timothy Oliphant, and that was a great time too. Dark Matt Sully, that's me.
I'm writing down The Crazies. After we talked about that last time, I realized I needed to watch it too, and I didn't do that yet.
You should, man. You've seen it before, though, right?
Oh, yeah. I love anything with Timothy Oliphant. That dude is just great in everything he's in. I don't know what it is about him. So, yeah, definitely in for that.
Yeah, he's good. He's only gotten better, in my opinion. But that may be the roles he's gotten over time. Perfectly splendid. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's a superb hat. We all need that hat. And we all need Whataburger in our lives. All right, but I would like to talk about some of the remakes that have happened over time. Some are good, some are not so good, but we'll kind of go through a few of them and chat about the ones we've seen, and then tell you the ratings that have happened over time on these various remakes. The first one I've got here is Fright Night. The original one came out in 1985, had Chris Sarandon, William Ragsdale, and Roddy McDowall, and everybody likes this one. It's another fun one. It's scary as well. 92% on Rotten Tomatoes. The 2011 version with Anton Yelchin. Sorely missed that kid.
Yeah.
So he was going to do a lot of really great things.
Mm-hmm.
Just a great kid, and we should get more. But that's sad to see him go. Also had Colin Farrell. 72% on Rotten Tomatoes. Honestly, I really like this movie.
I did too.
Yeah, there's, we talk about the horror films and stuff. Yeah, it is on point. And some of these you're scared to watch, but they're just so much fun. And that was another one that was really fun. I really liked Colin Farrell on that, and everybody in it was really great. And then we have The Evil Dead from 1981 with Bruce Campbell. That was a 95% on Rotten Tomatoes, because it is also very fun. It's one of those simple, kind of campy, humorous sort of things. It's got gore, but you can laugh at the gore because it's so silly. And he's good in it. Like, Bruce Campbell was made for that role. Like he's done other stuff and he's good in other stuff, but that's him, and he knows it. Like you see him, and he just portrays that person every
He
time.
embraces it. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, which you should. Live it up. You're going to be one of those guys that are going to be doing the conferences for the rest of your days, and that's who you're going to be. And you know what? What's wrong with that? It's nice to have a legacy like that. The remake, which I think they dropped the, and it's just Evil Dead. That's in 2013. Groovy. It's Jane Levy, and I really like her. I think she's a cool girl, and she's got like a real laid back way about her. There's a show that we watched that she was in. What was it called? Like Suburbia or Suburbanite or something like that. I can't remember. And it was really, really funny. It got canceled, I think, which it shouldn't have, but that was a great show. This one, 62%. Not as well liked. And I remember going to the theater to see this one. Did you see this one, the remake?
I never did see it. Nope.
It's good. It's just totally different. And it doesn't have, which how could it? It's not going to have the same feel. The original was like something that was made on a cheap budget by, I don't even know if that Raimi had even done a movie. I think it was his first movie.
Yeah, I think it might have been like full feature length for sure.
Yeah, and it very much feels like it. It feels like a project, not a full movie or anything.
But even then, he was doing things that no one else was really doing with the camera and the way it moved along, and like there was some really groundbreaking stuff in that.
Yeah, he just did what he wanted to with the camera, and it came together how it came together, and then he stayed with that. You could still see that crazy camera stuff.
Yeah,
from Sam Raimi. And what's that? Dark Man. People don't really talk about Dark Man very often, but that's a great movie. That's another Sam Raimi classic, and it has a lot of that kind of crazy camera movement and stuff too. And isn't that Liam Neeson? I think that's the star in there. You guys should check that out. I don't know where that's available or anything, but if you haven't seen Dark Man, you should go check it out. It's a good one. I'm surprised they haven't done a remake of that.
As you say that, there's going to be a tweet later.
I will not be surprised if that comes along.
With Liam Neeson. But in this one, his daughter is taken, and he's got to go kill everyone to save her. So, Takenist 13.
Takenist. The most taken. And Child's Play is another one here from 1988. Catherine Hicks and Chris Sarandon again. He had a niche. 71%. I enjoyed that when it came out. It was enough to scare me. I don't remember the last time I've watched Child's Play, the original.
I watched it last year.
Oh, how's it hold up?
Well, it's definitely dated, but I mean, what they did with the doll, with Chucky, and the way they intermingled like his feet and the different special effects and stuff by using the what do they call them, practical effects?
Yeah, just
so much better than you could do with CGI, and they actually honored that pretty well in the remake as well. But I liked it.
Yeah, I too am a big fan of the Fly remake, Andrew. That was a well done movie, and it's actually in here in our recommendations and stuff as well. But they did do a remake of Child's Play in 2019 with Aubrey Plaza and Tim Matheson, and it had of less of a rating, 63%. And I've not watched that one. I don't really know as much as I like Aubrey Plaza. Yeah, you didn't. What about compared to the original though?
I think I would rather watch the original, having seen both. I think maybe if you are younger, it might be hard to go back and watch the original because of those dated scenes and some of the references and stuff. But I had a hard time believing Aubrey Plaza as a mom. Like, I don't see her that way. And that's what she was supposed to be in this. I've seen her in all these other movies where she's like the young high school and college age. And now she's supposed to be a mom all of a sudden. It was a little bit of a hard sell.
Yeah, that's a good point. We see her in a certain light for sure. That's harder for her to break out and do another role. Let's see. So there was a Poltergeist remake, which I hope nobody saw that. The original 1982, Craig T. Nelson and Joe Beth Williams, brilliant movie. Only an 86% on Rotten Tomatoes. I would rate it higher. One of my wife's favorite movies, and we can watch that pretty much every day and never get tired of it. The 2015 remake, even though it has two great people, Sam Rockwell and Rosemary DeWitt, I like both of them a lot. 31%. It was just awful. And
never saw it.
We weren't even, we knew it wouldn't be as good. It was one of those, what were we talking about? People going to the theater. There's a percentage of going to the theater just because they know they're going to hate it already. They just want to talk about how much they don't like it or how much it's not like the original or whatever. And I think
all the people that said don't reboot it, who went and saw it. Yeah.
Yeah. So they can go so they can complain in more detail. Then there's the Crazies, the original, which I can't say that I've seen the original. It is really well liked. Pretty well, right? Like 67%. I mean, that's good enough. I would like to go see it. Lane Carroll and Will McMillan's in this, but the remake, what we were just talking about, in 2010 with Timothy Olyphant and Rita Mitchell, 70%. And we really like this movie. That's one of those that has high rewatchability. We just watched it a few nights ago. Really, really enjoy that. Is it The Haunting with Liam Neeson old enough for a remake? Yeah, probably. And I guess it is kind of one of those movies that already is. Well, that one is a remake. I think from, I believe so. I think it's a remake from one of those early, what's his name? From like the 50s horror films. He had a few of them. I can't remember. I'm blanking on his name now. But I think it is like sort of a, at least based on some of those early movies. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised seeing more of those. And there was wasn't that around the same time The Haunting came out, and then House on Haunted Hill or something. There was a few of them that was like haunted house things that were coming out around the same time. That happens with movies, right? Like we get
always.
There's whispers amongst the production studios, like, hey, they're making that movie. Like, dig through the scripts. Let's find another one that's just like it.
Like, didn't we get 2 Snow White
Vincent
films
Price,
around
thanks,
the same
Corey.
time? And yeah, they always do that.
Yeah, thanks, Corey. I knew you'd find that one. Vincent Price.
Nice, Corey.
Yeah. Then we've got Friday the 13th. The original was 1980. 64% there. 2009 version. And we were sort of looking forward to this simply because Jared Padalecki, or no, I'm sorry, I'm thinking of the wrong thing. No, we weren't looking for this. Is 26% for the remake in 2009. Nobody really.
I was looking forward to it because he's half a supernatural, but yeah, it was not a good film. Not a good film.
I don't even think we saw that one. I was thinking of I was thinking of Nightmare on Elm Street, which did have a remake. The original in 1984 with Robert Englund was 94%. The 2010 version was Jackie Earle Haley. We were looking forward to that because we really liked him in Watchmen. And the dude is, and we had seen him in something else. What was that? Was that a show or a movie where he was?
Yeah, he was in a TV series, but he was in Tropic Thunder. I just rewatched that not too long ago with Will Ferrell. And he plays like the drunk guy that shows up at all the games and he wins the giant check, but they'll never let him cash it at the bank.
Right.
Yeah. So good.
But nobody liked this remake. It was 15%.
Never saw it.
Tomatoes. Yeah.
I like my Nightmare on Elm Street with Robert Englund. He's got to be Robert Englund.
Me too. It was, he was always really good. He and there was a lot of different feels to those movies. They went all over the place. Yes, he was in Bad News Bears as a kid. It was like he loaned me 5 cents. He said if I don't give him a quarter this week, he's gonna break my arm. Yeah, that was a great movie. I'm looking forward to the Candyman remake too. I don't know if you listened to our Candyman episode, Andrew, but you should, because we had a really cool cameo in there, so to speak, from Tony Todd. He did like this voice thing for my wife Vanessa, and so we got that in the recording. And that dude's just cool, man.
Friend of the show, Tony Todd.
That's right.
And also Andrew, nice set.
Big fan. So there's some other ones, and you know what? I think we'll save a few for the podcast episode coming up, because we're going to kind of extend our Halloween horror celebration here and talk more about those remakes on there. But I do want to get into some of the stuff. Now, we kind of got into this last live episode about what was coming up this month to the different streaming services. And you can check our website for that. There is a list on a lot of the different streaming services. There are things that are coming out, so you can get the dates there of what are coming out. There's also my wife wrote a Halloween viewer's guide to sort of the old and new, which is kind of what we were doing there with the remakes. So different categories of horror films, because there's a bunch of different kinds, and just sort of stuff that she recommends from a few years back, and then something more modern. And I think that's a really great take on this, because some people are never going to venture back into the decades past, which you should. But if you're trying to stay in more modern stuff, there's plenty of great movies coming out now that yeah, thanks, Corey. And yeah, Grandma's Cookies. If you're not reading my blog, then thank you for the shout out. Nice. I am writing some short Halloween tales, and so one of those is the Grandma's Cookies. We're on part 2. It's exciting. The drama continues. And
your tone when you say that, it's exciting.
But we do want to talk about what is coming up, or what is on and available right now on the streaming service. So you don't have to. Yeah, that's right. All the movies she recommends, you better watch them. But yeah, there's stuff available now on a lot of different platforms, on Amazon, Netflix, HBO Max, YouTube as well, where you can rent some of these sorts of things. Now, most of the ones we list here are, if you have those services, you should be able to watch right away. Some of them you might have to buy, but I was looking at the pricing. They're only like $3-4 a piece, and that's worth it for a lot of these movies. But it gets into these categories that I'm talking about. And if we could go back and forth. If you want to read off some of these, now I may get the categorizations wrong here, and some of these kind of cross over into multiple categories, but just kind of want to give you an idea of sort of the stuff that's available right now.
Yeah, under psychological and drama, we've got We Need to Talk About Kevin. I've never seen that one. 8mm. Yes, I've seen it. That's a good one. Midsummer, Hereditary, The Mothman Prophecies. Love that movie. Get Out. So good. Psycho, The Shining, The Exorcist, Doctor Sleep. I still haven't seen that one. I've been waiting. This seems like the perfect month to finally get into it. 7. Oh my God, what a great movie. What's in the box? Saw. There's like 84, 85 Saw films at this point. If you start now and watch them nonstop, you can get done by Halloween. The Silence of the Lambs. Insidious, Creep 1 and 2, As Above, So Below, 1922, Gerald's Game. I don't know that I've seen that. Open Water. Just the idea of that terrifies me. And The Others. So I've seen a few of these. This is probably going to be one of my, I'll see movies from this category, but these are the ones that scare me the most.
Me too. The psychological stuff is the stuff that stays with me the longest. Mothman Prophecies, highly, highly recommend. So good. That is a fantastic movie. Get Out is really good. I'm sure you guys have all seen that. We Need to Talk About Kevin is honestly one of these movies that I'll never forget, and it's just going to creep me out for the end of time. But you should watch it. It's really good. Misery, great movie. One. Yeah. That one holds up. We watched that not too long ago. And I still really, really like that movie.
Because it all takes place in that one area, and technology doesn't come into play. So it doesn't. I mean, maybe the clothing and stuff might seem a little dated, but
I'm glad you're watching some older stuff there, Sabrina. That's really awesome. Yeah, and we're actually going to have, if you prepare now, there's going to be something in the trivia. We're going to talk about Stephen King movies specifically. In the Mouth of Madness. That's not on our list because I don't know if it's available right now on the streaming stuff. But I think we saw that together, didn't we, Corey? And that one will mess you up. That's a weird movie. American Psycho, fantastic. Love that movie.
Yeah,
that one also creeps me out. All right, let's try another category. Zombie and monsters. We get A Quiet Place, which is kind of a thriller and horror as well. The Cabin in the Woods, An American Werewolf in London, which all-time classic. If you're going to watch anything from this list, I need you to watch that movie. The Thing, Jaws, Silent Hill, Anaconda, Train to Busan, and Day of the Dead. So all these are available to watch right now. Some good stuff in there.
Silent Hill scares the hell out of me. In campy and funny, and this is my category. I actually just wrote down the first one that we have on the list here because I need to rewatch it. John Carpenter's Vampires. We've talked about this before. What a cast on that movie. It's a crazy cast. I got to get back and watch that. Shaun of the Dead is probably in my top 10 all-time films. I absolutely love the Cornetto trilogy. Not so much the last one, but the first two. And Shaun of the Dead is just a must every year. The Evil Dead, The Babysitter, which is on Netflix and is way better than it should have been. And there's a sequel out now. Queen of the Babysitter, I think, or Queen of the Babysitters, something like that. Babysitter Queen. I forget. I just watched it. It's good. Ready or Not, I really enjoyed. The Frighteners, I don't know if I've seen. I need to watch.
Oh man, that's a great movie. Nobody talks about that. Michael J. Fox. This is an old Peter Jackson movie.
I did just rewatch that. That's right. I was thinking about another movie. It's very different.
It is a great blend. Like the feel for this movie is, it's kind of light, kind of humorous. Like the way they do the effects for the ghosts and stuff seems like it's going to be more of a Ghostbusters sort of thing. But then it does get pretty dark. As well, it's a good movie. Not a ton of people talk about that, but you should check that out if you can get a hold of that. Yeah, and then Fright Night's on that list. Sorry, I interrupted you, but Fright Night's on that list as well. Mm-hmm. In sci-fi, this one is not necessarily a horror. I don't know. It's like a thriller sort of thing. It's called Coherence, it's a great movie. It's cool. I think the casting, there's a couple people maybe slightly off, but overall, very, very enjoyable. Cool basic concept, but the way it's done is really, really nice. You should check that out. The Fly remake is available. Poltergeist, the original. Dark Skies, which we made you watch that when you were here, and man, that one freaks me out.
Yeah.
Aliens, Alien 3 or Cubed. Alien Resurrection, and I like all those. I like the Alien quadrilogy. Before we get into the other ones and stuff, I think I consider those as like a package sort of deal, and I like all of those.
The Sigourney Weaver aliens. Yeah.
I even like the concept for Alien Resurrection. Like, I know it's a bit off, a bit different, but I really enjoy it. And Donnie Darko's in there too. Cool
Such
movie.
Trip.
Event Horizon.
Ooh, yeah.
That one will mess you up too. And that one, oh man, yeah. That's another one. Was it Sam Neill? He did that in The Mouth of Madness, and I'm just like, what's wrong with you, man? You need to do something else.
Yeah, I wouldn't have thought him to be that guy either, especially after being a fan of like Jurassic Park and stuff. You wouldn't have thought him to be that kind of horror movie guy.
I've not seen that.
Yeah, I'd never heard of that one either. Sabrina mentions Hellfast. Slasher movie, huh?
Yeah, I'll have to check that out.
For thrills and jump scares, or thriller and jump scares, and this is probably the number 2 one that scares the poo out of me because I don't like the total jump scares. Don't Breathe, The Conjuring 1 and 2, Oculus, not the Oculus thing you wear for VR, but Oculus, Sinister, oh God, Green Room, oh God as well, The Autopsy of Jane Doe, never seen that, Veronica, Devil, seen that, and 1408. Isn't that the one with Sam Jackson and John Cusack?
Yes, that's right.
Yeah. I saw that a long time ago. That's another one of those that just, what a weird flick.
That's a great movie. Yeah.
Ooh, Devil's Advocate. That's a good one.
Devil's Advocate, fantastic movie.
Yeah.
That's pretty well cast too. Like, yeah, good people in there. Slasher and gore. Yeah, these are the ones that are also pretty hard, but for different reasons.
Never that movie. Never that movie. F that movie.
We get The Strangers, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and we're recommending these, by the way. They may scare us, but they're good movies. So this isn't just a random list. These are ones that are actually you should still watch even if they scare you. Scream is in there. The Crazies, Candyman, Halloween, and House of 1,000 Corpses. I know you like that one. Yeah.
I love everything Rob Zombie does, but his movies are one watch and out.
Yeah.
They are crazy, man.
But what else are we missing from the list that people have seen on some streaming stuff that they want to recommend that we that we've overlooked.
Where
Yeah,
does the
1408.
Child's Play movie fall in? That's campy and funny, right?
I-
Or is
you
that
know,
zombie and monsters?
That's a tough one. Because I kind of think it's a slasher movie too, right? Like
Yeah.
he kind of falls in line as being just a mindless slasher. Cabin in the
Actually-
Woods. Yeah, I think
Cabin in the Woods I love.
Yeah. Cabin in the Woods crosses over into a bunch of stuff too, because that's kind of humorous. It's also sci-fi. It is dramatic and then slasher, and it's got everything. All the things that kids enjoy in the horror films.
Any of the horror films that poke fun back at their own genre, like Scream, Cabin in the Woods, even the Scary Movie movies, I really enjoy those because you can enjoy it on not such a deep level. It's just the fun surface part of Halloween, not the I'm never gonna sleep again type of film like Paranormal Activity. That one messed me up for months.
I don't think I ever saw Skeleton Key. Insidious, I loved Insidious 1 and 2. Those movies are fantastic. They scare the pants off me, and I love it. Let's see, what else? 1408, I was going to say 1408 is great. I don't know. There's two different endings for that movie, and with completely different outcomes, and I can't tell you which one's available. You won't really know, but you should try and find both. The Ring, that is a good one. We just watched that not too long ago. That was a great movie.
Poop myself.
This movie has everything. Yeah, he's always like that. It's got what's his name? It's from the Demolition Man. Danny or the guy that. Dang it, I missed. He's playing the piano.
Oh yeah, you called it out when we were doing the Demolition Man. That's right.
Yeah,
the MTV VJ.
Yeah, what is his name?
Workout guy.
I know it.
Yeah, it'll come to you.
Whatever. Anyway, yeah. Watch, we were the only ones in the theater.
Whoa.
No one in the building we could see.
That's scary.
For what? 1408.
not qualifying in our discussion, but you're not wrong. And I like how there's a cute cat photo for this discussion. Meow, meow.
All right, so there's some good ones in there, and so we'll probably put this up on the website as well. There's already some things. Dan Cortez, thank you. Did I say Dan? I thought I had Dan. Yeah, Dan Cortez. He had a time, right? And
it's near me. I'm leaving. I'm moving out of the state immediately.
Really?
No, thank you.
Can you take a holiday there?
A road trip? I'll go climb out of a well in weird slow-mo movements. Or fast-mo? I don't know what that is.
So are you recommending Skeleton Key? Or are you saying it was
that.
bad then if people were leaving the theater?
Oop.
Yeah. Well, I'll see if I can find it. But so we're gonna, like I said, go check out the website movieretakes.com. There's some different recommendations in there. There's some lists. We're gonna add these in here. We're gonna do a upcoming podcast episode, which will expand on sort of our top 10 lists and different horror categories and stuff. So we're gonna spend some more time on this so that you have a solid set of recommendations from us. Because hopefully you're coming to listen to the podcast and the episodes here so that you can get a better idea of some things that you might want to check out, things you might have missed, or things that are a little bit older or out of your comfort zone that you should just know that are good movies, even though they're in a category you may not be drawn to naturally. So that is going to be part of our upcoming Halloween podcast episode. But I think, and we've got plenty of time here, but we can go ahead and get into some trivia, unless you want to talk about anything else.
No, I feel good about that. I need to do some prep for our Halloween episode as far as what movies I'm going to be recommending.
Ooh,
I'm not the biggest horror guy in the world, but I really do enjoy some of those categories, and that's probably where I'll focus. Plus, I've got my list now. The Crazies, Darkman, John Carpenter's Vampires, Fright Night, and Coherence, all on my watch list.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, so this was already helpful for me. Plus, there's a bunch in there I'd like to rewatch, but I mean, there's Stargate Universe to be finished first. So
Yeah, I never saw that one. What
dig it.
does? Yeah, it's
So-
basically just so they can tell any story, right? Like, then they're not tied down to any particular.
it is, but at the same time, it's a nice continuation, and it goes darker than the other series were.
Okay.
I really like it a lot, and
Is that
can't
the one where
recommend
they're
it
on a
enough.
ship? Like they're on a
Yep.
ship, right? Okay.
They
think I
jump to the
saw-
ship, and they can't get off the ship to go home, so they have to ride it out.
Ah, okay.
But they can go other places.
Yeah.
There's the fun.
So we get what was that? Quantum Leap.
Yeah,
Quantum-
I mean, those are perfect. Quantum Leap and Stargate are the prime examples of we can tell any story we want every week, but it's still part of the main thing. That's what you were getting at, I think.
Yeah.
So
Is
good.
anybody going to be doing any Halloween activities? Is everybody going to stay home and watch some movies, or are you actually going to be able to get out and do some candy? Yeah, if you haven't seen the new Fright Night, actually both Fright Nights, you should check them out. I think I'm going to rewatch the original Fright Night pretty soon because it's been a long time since I've seen that. But both of them are recommended. They're a lot of fun. Cool movies.
I seriously don't think I've ever seen the original, so maybe I'll do both.
Yeah, you should. Yeah, so hopefully everybody gets to do something for Halloween. If not, just buy yourself some candy and gorge and watch some scary stuff.
Well, I've been part of what they call virtual cons for Funko, where we take something that's real life and then take it online. I wonder if someone's come up with a fun way to take trick-or-treating or something online. I don't know how you would do that, but there's got to be some virtual Halloween party or festivities outside of just watching movies on your own. Maybe a watch party.
Feed each other.
Yeah. Send digital candy.
Yeah, maybe we could do something like that. Do a watch party. We can line up a couple of movies that we're going to plan to watch that night. Everybody can join. We can chat. Hocus Pocus Pizza.
I haven't watched Hocus
Good one,
Pocus
Tim.
in a long time either, and I saw that's on the Disney Plus.
Mm-hmm. We were watching Hocus Pocus.
I'm adding that to my list. I really haven't watched
Okay.
that since it came out in the, what was that, 90s?
Yeah,
Putting out
that'd
a
be
plastic jug of pretzels with a Take One sign and just watching Rocky Horror Picture Show. Wait, is this not individually wrapped pretzels? That seems like a real issue. Jamie Lee Curtis?
fun. Yeah,
Treat Town.
a jug of pretzels.
With right next to it, a hand sanitizer thing.
Yeah.
Nice. Turn off all the lights and just put a few candles up. Scare the hell out of them. Yeah,
That's
that sounds
not a
like
bad
good time.
idea. Yeah, you could just dress up behind every door. You're a different one.
Ben Feldman. Yeah, I've seen that, but I've never taken part in
Mm-hmm.
a live stream thing with Prime Video.
Yeah, that might be a good idea. We do have a Twitch account. We just haven't used it for anything yet.
I
Oh.
know a thing or two about Twitch. We could.
Oh, have you been on that?
I've been on there once or twice today.
They have individually wrapped pretzels, like big pretzels. Is that what you're talking about, or are they like chocolate covered? Now
I
I'm
like the
confused. I
international
need to see
symbol.
this jug of pretzels.
For big pretzels.
That's pretzel size. It's a handful.
I don't know. They have those individually wrapped chips, but they're the ones that are like ghost pepper, like burn your retinas out.
Allie, you should watch Hocus Pocus. It is.
Oh
fun.
yeah, absolutely. And then
It's
you'd want all the
goofy
pop
and campy,
salad.
but it's fun.
All right, let's get a little trivia going. Let's see.
Beetlejuice.
I'm gonna come up with a different keyword. I'm gonna go with here you go. I got one for all the fans out there. Your keyword, if you'd like to participate in the trivia, is poovie! Exclamation point POOVIE. That's
Poovie?
A joke back to me trying to say proto and movie all at once, and it's become a thing. Poovie. So just type in exclamation point poovie if you'd like to participate in trivia.
That's what happens during scary movies. Sometimes you make a poovie.
I told everybody, they're like, oh, you should call, if y'all ever do lives, you should have a poovie emote. And I'm like, I don't know if my brother would be down for that. We have to ask him first.
Her poovie is just the worst kind of movies. Beetlejuice is fantastic.
Oh, love Beetlejuice.
Yeah, that's
That
never
really-
a mistake.
That should be on the
Always-
list for sure.
Always watch Beetlejuice.
It does sound dirty, right, Vanessa? I mean, you hear what you want to hear. Just saying. Okay, let's roll it. We'll pick a name. I do have some people to contact from last time about stickers. I'm going to do it all in one swipe this week, but we're going to start a new list. If you get picked, we'll give you a question. You need to answer, please, quickly, because there is a delay. So don't dilly or dally. Respond quickly, and then we'll let you know if you won or not. If you want a sticker, I'll also need your Twitter name or handle. So I can send you a tweet for getting your shipping details. So have that ready so you can just type it in quickly. Our first participant today in the trivia. Do you want to tell them about the trivia first?
Oh yeah, so it's going to be horror movie trivia. So I've got 6 questions, and then at the end, well, I don't want to ruin it. Everybody just be prepared with their keyboard because it's going to be a joint effort to get this one.
All right, our first participant will be Allie again. Come on with it, Allie. Here you go.
All right. I'll ask Allie. What is the first horror movie to win Best Picture? This one's a kind of tough.
I feel like we could give a second hint on this one because that is pretty tough. I would not have gotten this one. Let's just say think 90s. I'll give Allie a little hint.
Is that helpful?
Is that right? Wait, is that right?
There have been sequels and a television show.
There you go. Actually, yeah, it is 90s. I was right. I was afraid it might have been 80s. So, Allie, what do you got? What is the movie? The first horror movie to win Best Picture?
Google has an abundance of answers.
You giving her leeway to cheat?
Horror movie to win Best Picture. I just assume everybody's Googling. I don't know.
She got it. It's come up over here. Yeah, there it is. She got Silence of the Lamb. I like that it has a question mark. We're going to allow it.
Sorry, we can't. It ends in an exclamation point.
And Allie, confirm for me your Twitter handle just to make sure that I have it correct, if you would, please. That way I can reach out and get I know we have your delivery info, but I always like to have it just in case because my brain doesn't remember jack these days. So
I'll try looking on. I know sometimes this was showing up quicker on my phone.
To be fair, Jamie Lee. While Allie is giving us her Twitter handle, I'll be on the lookout for that. Let me go ahead and select a second person.
Rob Ross is in here. Can he still participate?
Well, of course he can.
Exclamation point. Poovy.
Can't be mean to Rob.
P-O. Well, his sticker has arrived. It's here waiting for you.
I was going to ask. So the envelope did arrive.
It is here. So many stickers.
Sorry, I'm writing this down.
No, that's all right. Did you get the second person?
Our second person is, Jessica Nibbs. Miss Jessie Starr.
Oh, fantastic. Hey, Jess. What actress played Regan, the possessed daughter in The Exorcist?
Oh, you got this. You have
totally
got this.
Everybody knows her.
I'm going to go ahead and write your name down, Jessica.
It's America's sweetheart. Our favorite possessed girl. That's it. Sandra Bullock for the win.
Son of a gun. You always remember to do it, and I always forget.
No, Vanessa got it before.
Well done, Vanessa. No, that's not correct. It's great. Corey, I have yours. I need your address. I keep meaning to reach out and forgetting. My bad. That's on me.
Getting it, Corey.
You will. I've got it. It's right here in my prize pile. It's going out. All right, what you got for me, Jessica? I feel weird I never call her by her name, Jessica. I always call her Miss Jessie Starr.
There it is.
She nailed it. Gotcha. And I know your Twitter info, so we are rocking and rolling there. Congratulations. Good answer. Our next participant will be real Ben Feldman, not that fake guy who tries to steal hotel rooms at San Diego Comic-Con. Number 3 question for real Ben Feldman. What was Wes Craven's final movie to direct? And this will be a real test to see if you've been listening to any podcasts lately.
The loyal fans know.
They know.
Answer.
Ben Feldman, what was Wes Craven's final movie to direct? And Ben Feldman has his name on the list from last time. He could be doubling down on a second sticker here.
Rigged.
That emote doesn't work here. Sorry, we don't recognize that one.
No.
Hey, Chad Stapleton, welcome to the stream. And when you say "Hey, Sully," you're talking to all of us.
That's right. You should watch some of the past lives. They're a lot of fun. And if you can listen to all the podcast episodes, that's a lot of fun as well.
Yeah, and a reminder while we're waiting on Ben. Oh, he got it. Don't forget, I'm just going to put ×2 on this other one. Don't forget to leave us some reviews on iTunes. I was telling people in my stream earlier, we sure could use the reviews because that helps bump up our rankings. So even if you take a couple of minutes to just drop 5 stars and say Stripe and his brother Sully were amazing, that's all we need. A little bit of that action. Can't believe he pulls it off with the glasses. All right. Next participant in our trivia will be Cody White. Cody White, back on board.
Cody, you're a sticker collector, I believe. This one's easy. It also was in the last podcast. What horror movie slasher wears a William Shatner mask? The scariest mask of all.
That was some good interesting facts about that mask. I did not realize that's why they used it when you shared that. Oh, it's got real hair, so you know it's good. Look at that.
More hair than I got. About as white.
Oh, I thought that was your hair. I thought you tucked your beard up in. And... Cody White, what you got for us? Look at that. Old Pasadena crew shouting each other out here.
Mariah Carey. Did you see that? Vanessa was showing me that. It looks, if you add hair to that mask, and it looks just like Mariah Carey.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Cody White. Mike Myers?
Yeah,
baby. Yeah, we're going to allow it. It's going to work.
It's the same.
And you have Cody's info, I think.
Yeah, I think from last time.
There you go. We're golden there. All right. Next participant. That makes 4 people. So this will be our 5th and final on the day because we do want to keep y'all coming back for a chance to win more stickers. Our 5th and final for the day will be Kim Cowger. I'm going to go with that. I'm sorry if I mispronounced it, Kim. Kim, your question, should you choose to accept it. You don't have any choice. Besides killing motel guests, what hobby does Anthony Hopkins have in Psycho? Or, because we have one extra question, if you'd like to pass and take question 6, we'll give you that option. Can't promise it'll be easier.
So she can choose to accept it or not.
Yeah, I guess I did give her a choice. I quickly backed the truck up on my previous statement. Kim, you can either choose to answer the question. I'll read it one more time for you, or pass and take the second question. Besides killing motel guests, what hobby does Anthony Hopkins have in Psycho? What in the world? You just had that laying around? The Canadians have some weird things going on up there. Oh, Kim's deep thoughts here.
Yeah, you should have answered Scream with the 4 in the title, Ben.
Oh, Ben, that would have been bonus points.
Should take the second question. All right.
Anybody have an answer for the question about Anthony Hopkins before I move on to Kim's second question? Let's see if they've got it in the chat. Waiting. We need that FTL, the faster than light service that Mixer offered.
There's the ultimate Scream.
Oh my God. When they get to the 34th
5 CR.
But don't forget about the 5, Ben.
Where's the 2?
Exactly. It would be the E.
Okay.
But the E is the 3. No, it doesn't work. Son of a...
You need to...
Oh, Jamie Lee got it. Nice, Jamie Lee. Taxidermy. Well done.
What is taxidermy?
Oh, we're sorry.
All right. So your replacement question then is, what movie featured 3 young documentarians being terrorized in the woods?
You got this. You got this.
Good enough.
Come on, Kim.
Found footage. Shaky cam.
Up nostril.
You've never watched Psycho? Immediately disqualified. Possible
Go,
prize
Kim.
winnings.
No, Kim, no. Ben says it's 5 cream 34.
5 CR. Yeah.
Cream for them. I think I hurt myself trying to read that, Ben. You're not
3
allowed to do
young documentarians.
it. Man, this made me sick. I hope you mean the movie and not this live.
Terrorized in the woods.
Please delete your account. Please uninstall.
Psycho's a great movie. Yeah, if you haven't, if we talk about going back and watching some of the old movies and stuff, do yourself a favor. Hitchcock was an amazing director, and yep, that's it. Blair Witch Project, great job.
Kim nailed it.
You know,
Kim,
some people are
Twitter.
reticent to see black and white films and stuff, but that's a mistake. Like, watch these movies. He's amazing. And
I'm one of those. I
tension.
struggle.
Hmm.
I really struggle. But I need to get over that hump because I know there are some great films. I've seen a few where I've, didn't have any other choice at the time. Kim, I need your Twitter, if you would, please, if you're on Twitter.
Yeah,
not,
and that the Bates Motel TV show was awesome.
Yeah, it was.
I was really, really surprised at how much we liked that show. Honestly, it's got to be like one of the top 5 shows that we've ever seen.
Really?
Like,
you rank it that high?
It's solid, beginning to end. Like, they did a great, great job.
Where does Battlestar Galactica fall on that list?
Well, if we're talking about like the first 3 seasons, then it's pretty good. But
every time I tell somebody it's one of my favorite all-time shows, my brother and sister-in-law hate the end, but I love it.
Nah, it all fell apart.
Andrew Trujillo, it was made a year before the Stabilizer feature came out. It's a real shame. They'll fix that in the reboot. Oh, there we go.
All right, so we have a few minutes left. I want to play a fun game. So, if we can do this in 3 minutes, actually we have more time. So, in 8 minutes, list, and everybody gets to participate. So, there's no one person here. Everybody type in as many answers as you can come up with. List 20 movies made from Stephen King stories. And go.
So y'all are just going to punch them in, and we'll see which ones are left that you didn't get. 20 movies made from Stephen King stories.
I've not watched Hannibal. Did you watch Hannibal, the show?
No, but I've heard wonderful things about it.
I have also heard it's fantastic. So yeah, I will. I'm mostly my hesitation has been because I'm scared. It just seems like it's going to be kind of a scary show. But yeah.
Oh, It, Christine.
Dr. Sleep, Green Mile, Pet Cemetery, Christine, It, very good. We're off to a good start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Lawnmower Man. You can't answer all of them, Vanessa.
She's trying.
6 with The Shining, The Stand, 7. She's going to get them all. Everybody else just... Dr. Sleep already got it, so we got 7 so far. 1 minute has passed.
I think that was
in
Misery.
The Tall Grass. You were searching for a deep cut there. 8. Oh, good one. Stand By Me. 9.
I wouldn't have got that one. I totally forget that's Stephen
Fantastic
King.
movie. 10 with Dolores Claiborne. Good job,
Holy
Cody.
cow, I forgot about that one.
Keep them coming. We're halfway there. 20 movies we need. 1408. Yes, we talked about that for a while.
That was Stephen King? Holy cow, I didn't know that.
11.
Maximum Overdrive, the only one he directed.
Cujo, 12. Oh, we got Maximum Overdrive, 13.
Uh-huh.
Yep. That's one of Vanessa's favorites.
The Gunslinger?
Well.
Oh, yeah. Well.
They called it the whole series.
Yeah. What was
Firestarter, Cat's Eye, good one. Mm-hmm. Castle Rock TV show. Yeah, okay. I didn't list that as one. Dead
21.
Zone. Mm-hmm. That was both a TV show and a movie. I've lost count. I think we're at like 50.
I'll just read the whole list at
Creep
the very
Show.
end.
Yep, that's one. 16.
Creeps how?
Secret Window. 17. 3 more. Let's get 3 more in there. Creep Show 2.
With the asterisk.
Yeah, that's true.
Technically. I think we're missing on the list
Mercy.
the very last one. I don't remember somebody saying that one.
Yeah, I think there is one called Mercy. Thinner and Salem's Lot.
Ooh,
and Children of the Corn. I think that's our 20.
Is it? Somebody said Bag of Bones?
No, there's more in the list.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
We're just trying to list
Shawshank.
20.
There you go. Shawshank.
That would have
The
been
Mist.
number one.
Mm-hmm.
I love
Yeah,
The
so
Mist.
other ones we've got that you missed was Cell, Gerald's Game, we talked about earlier, Carrie. Nobody mentioned Carrie.
Can't believe that.
Yeah.
You got
Graveyard Shift, Needful Things. Yeah, there you go.
Ooh, forgot about Needful Things.
Sometimes They Come Back. I don't know anybody. Did anybody watch that? I never watched it.
Isn't that just called
Silver Bullet?
Sleepwalkers.
Silver Bullet was a good one.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Everybody remember that one? Silver Bullet. Christine, we did. What's the? Yeah, I guess you could do all the Children of the Corn 2, 3, 4, 5. I think there was like 5 of them at least, right? Dark Half.
Kim did say Carrie.
You know, it's a good one. That's kind of a deep cut. Apt Pupil. That was a great movie. If anybody watched that one,
I've seen it, but I don't remember anything about it.
And I am shocked. There we go. Ben got it. The Running Man. I thought Vanessa would have that one first one out of the gate. It's her favorite movie ever. Running Man.
Oh, that's Apt Pupil.
The Mangler. And a couple other. A Good Marriage, Hearts in Atlantis, and Desperation. And I think there's a couple of more that I probably don't even have on the list. But good job, everybody.
No doubt.
Stephen King fans. And yeah, if you don't know, there is another. There's a remake of The Stand series coming out pretty soon. I think they're going to have it at the end of the year. Or yeah, how'd you miss Running Man? Can't believe it.
That's it.
Arnold's going to be very upset. Apt Pupil, man. Yeah, I want to go back and watch that one again. That's a solid film.
I didn't realize Pacey was in Apt Pupil. I just saw Pacey was in it. And that makes me want to watch Pacey from Dawson's Creek.
Yeah, but he's not the main kid.
No, that's Brad Renfro.
Yeah.
No, but that makes me want to go back and rewatch all of Fringe as soon as I see Pacey's face. Have you ever watched Fringe?
No, I still haven't watched it.
God, it's good.
Yeah.
I love that show. Actually, I'm putting that on my list too.
All right. I should add it to my list then. All right. Well, thank you, everybody. So some good horror fans out there, obviously some Stephen King fans too. Good job, everybody, on the trivia. Look for, if you haven't watched or listened to our Scream episode, the podcast episode, you need to go download that now and listen to it. It's a good one. It's got Vanessa, Cody's favorite. And little fires everywhere. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I've watched part of that series. Is Pacey in that series? Or is there somebody else named Pacey?
Was good. I like the Dead Zone show.
Anthony Michael Hall.
Yeah.
Old
it was
Jack.
good to see him again.
Anthony Michael Hall, not young, skinny Anthony Michael Hall.
Yeah. Yeah. But we'll have another episode coming up before Halloween. And we might experiment with doing a watch along there, maybe on Halloween with something. So we'll chat. See.
Spooky.
Either way, have a great Halloween, everybody. Thank you for coming. We'll do another one of these soon. Had a great time.
Nerdy night.
That's it.
And hold the pause at the end.
Wait, where's my grandma's?
Yeah, get it right. Bye, Stripe.
Digo.
And end.